Well, what's it like to be back at school?
Oh, look, it's always good fun. We do plenty of these throughout the year, and I've done plenty now throughout the 12 years I've been playing, so I always enjoy coming back to school and have a bit of fun with the kids.
Do you think you can capture their attention for long enough?
You need to normally bribe the kids, so we might have to bribe them with a few prizes and things like that, but no, they'll be good.
A few potential St Kilda members here as well?
Well, that's always part of it. You try and always drum up some support, and we're in the St Kilda heartland, Sandringham, so there's always some St Kilda supporters, but normally outnumbered by the Collingwood and Carlton supporters, but no, it'll be fun.
This weekend, Leigh, how does it feel to join a few senior teammates on 200 games?
Yeah, look, it's very special, something I'm very excited about, and we've got a 200 club board, there with all the photos of some past champions, and to be able to join that's something I'm very proud of.
2009, 2010, how do you feel your footy's, come on since then?
Oh, look, that was probably, I would say, that the peak of my career, and as a team and probably individually as well. But really enjoying my footy at the moment, and still enjoying playing, and hopefully can play for a few more years yet.
Yeah. What's the motivation going forward?
Oh, look, I still want to be part of a successful team, and at the moment we're going through a bit of a transition, and we're playing a lot of young guys, and I'm still keen to be able to play for 2, 3, 4 years. So if I can hang around and continue to play good footy and be part of the next generation of successful Saints, that's what I want to be a part of.
Do you think on that, but Bob Murphy a few weeks ago, I don't know if you read his article, but he said that he's sort of almost resigned to not winning a premiership, as sad and as full on as that sounds. Does that enter your mind, or do you?
Oh, look, I certainly understand that right at this moment it's probably further away than it was a few years ago, but as I said, I'm still hanging on to belief that if I can play for 3 years, and I've been around footy enough to know things can turn around pretty quickly at clubs. It might take a while, but it might not. And I've just got to make sure I can do all I can to still be a part of the footy club. And I've got a lot of faith in Scott Waters and the direction the club's going. So certainly if I hold my end of the bargain up and continue to play good footy, that I can be part of another successful era.
Do you think Lenny will get up this week?
Good question. I'm not sure. We've got our main training later in the week. We'll see how he we're certainly hoping so. I'd love for him to play in my 200th. He's been it's probably the first pick to take the war with you, so I'd love to have him out there for my 200th, but we'll certainly have to wait and see.
And you got the Western Bulldogs are under the pump. They came up really aggressive. Would you expect the same the Kangaroos this week?
Yeah, I think it's about the third or fourth time this year we've come up against a team that's been in the media throughout the week, so they're going to come out steaming, I would have thought. I'm sure they'll be disappointed, and we're going to expect a tough encounter. I still think they're a very, very good football side, and they've still got a lot of wins in them this season, so we'll have to certainly be at our best to match them.
Do you think it'll be mentioned in the lead-up that if you are close to them toward the end of the game, then they might have a bit of a mental weakness there?
I don't think it'd be specifically mentioned. I think anyone that's followed the footy understands it probably, there's that perception, but I don't think it'll be a tactic or something that we'll be too focused on. We'll worry about our own football, and hopefully we are in the game at three-quarter time and give ourselves a chance of winning, but that'll come off the back of our good football. We can't worry about what the Kangaroos are going to produce.
Who have been some of the youngsters that you've been more impressed with coming into the side? There's been a lot coming through this season, but who's really stood out to you, do you think?
I'm enjoying working in the midfield with Jack Nunes and Seb Ross. I think they're both going to be quality footballers. I'm really liking Nathan Wright in the back line. He's hard and tough, and he's going to certainly play a lot of senior football. And there's lots of sprinkles of guys that you can see potential, and they just need to get games into them and continue to develop, and that'll be part of my role at the footy club, and hopefully, as I said, I can be a part of it when they're all up and coming superstars and I'm still hanging around and can hang off their coattails.
Do you think Nathan Wright will be back this week? You almost missed him the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's become an important player already. He's taken the most dangerous small forwards and done a really good job and creates a bit of run for us. So I think he should be available. I think he's had a couple of weeks off with the jaw, and he was out and about today, so I'm expecting him to be certainly in contention.
Seb Ross really stood up at the weekend. What is it about him that impresses you?
I just like his poise. He's always got a bit of the guys that have got that time and space as a midfielder, and he's certainly got that. He's got nice touch by hand and foot, and I just think he's got a lot of class about him. So he's got a long way to go and continue to develop and improve. But I certainly think he'll be a quality player.
And what about Spencer White? There's a bit of hype, a bit of excitement amongst St Kilda fans about him. For those that haven't seen him, you've obviously seen him a lot on the track. And for Sandy, what sort of player do you think he could become?
He's certainly got a lot of talent. He's still quite raw. He's got a long way to go. But some of the things we've seen at the training and sitting on guys' heads and taking a few blokes on at training, there's plenty of upside there. But he's got a long way to go. And hopefully later in the year he'll get a taste of senior football. But certainly very exciting, but still got a fair way to go.
Guys, who's got a question for Leigh? I'll just take one.
Is there any really strict rules that you have to follow
Oh, there you go.
We have a lot of strict rules we have to follow. We have rules on our diet. We have rules on our preparation and our recovery, doing ice baths and massages and the food we eat and all that sort of thing. So being professional athletes, we've got to follow strict guidelines and make sure that we do the best we can so we can play well on the weekends.
Good question.
Good question.
Well done.